in their duties because they allowed the project to continue even when there's still resistance from not just the Dumagats, but also local governments na affected ng Kaliwa Dam. So yun din yung isang pinag-aaralan na ombudsman case laban dito sa mga government instrumentalities. Okay? And thank you for that question, Kakaiba.
Thank you po, Sir Ted. Kaya pa po ba one more question, Sir Ted? Okay po. This question is from Drezem Kiel Salonga. Would you rather ask the question yourself, Drezem? Or should I read na lang? Alright, so I think I have to read na question na lang. So what's your feedback about the ancient work of the pottery in the Philippines, the Manunggul jar, and how they preserved it many years ago? And also, original Manunggul jar po ba naka-display sa National Museum in Manila for educational purposes?
Original naman. I mean, I know naman National Museum, and especially yung kanilang bagong newly refurbished Museum of Anthropology, no, andun yung mga jars, no, even mga golden artifacts, no, of our indigenous peoples, no. That's really the challenge kasi ilan na lang ang mga gumagawa ng mga jars na ganon, even among the Lumads, no, of Mindanao. For instance, yung bulol namin, that's very popular, no? Mga wood carvers yan, no? Pero karamihan sa mga wood carvers namin are mga matatanda na rin. Ganun rin yung mga artisans natin na yung mga Subanens na gumagawa ng mga jewelry from gold, no? Kasi ang Subanen, yun naman yung kanilang skill, no? Iilan na lang ang gumagawa nun. Si Wang Od, you know, hindi naman palaging forever andyan siya, di ba? So, that's why the challenge now among us, yung internal challenge namin is how do you pass on to the next generation itong indigenous crafts and trades, no? Yung yung pottery, especially kasi dilemma rin ito marami kasi sa mga IP artisans, gusto nila yung original. So si Wang Ud talaga, yun yung kanilang tattooing. Meron akong kilala na Ifugao tattoo artist, pero medyo modern na. So again, there's a debate, is that indigenous or not? No? Ganun rin sa mga potteries. No? Siyempre, meron talaga yung old style. Ganun sa weaving, meron yung loom weaving, pero meron rin yung talagang mas madali. So if we want to commercialize our culture by selling our stuff, our woven materials, ito, no? This takes, kung sa loom weaving, this will take 2 to 3 weeks, even a month for one old woman to do this. Kaya mahal. Pero if you want to sell it para mag-survive yung aming weaving skill, then definitely you'll need machines. So may debate yan. It's always going to be an internal debate among us mga katutubo. But I think sa akin, again, there has to be a balance. No? So at least man lang, itong mga original designs, okay siya. But if we create something new, then maybe in terms of yung kanya, para hindi magkaroon ng misappropriation of culture, no? Pwede mong sabihin na these are ethnic-inspired designs. Okay? Pero hindi siya yung genuine design. So pwedeng may ganong balance, no. So I don't know if I was able to answer your question, pero parang hindi ako expert dun sa jar, pero I think yung question about whether it's authentic or not, there's really a debate, but definitely all the museum pieces that you see in National Museum are authentic.
Thank you very much, Sir Ted. With regard to that question, may Soksay teacher na gusto sumagot. Ayan, the idea kasi ng Manunggul jar, it's more on an artifact already rather than an art piece that is contemporary, no? So matututuhan na yan sa sa contemporary Philippine arts from the regions ninyo na subject, especially kung senior high school.
Yeah. Because like yung marami kasi, like for instance, the bulol, sinasabi nila, antique ba yun o hindi? Definitely antique siya kung crafted
Yes.
Pero now we still have artisans who do the bulol, no? Because
Yes.
it's the most iconic na among sculptures, yung bulol design, no?
Yes.
But yun nga, the sad thing, no, Alec, is marami sa aming mga artifacts wala na sa Pilipinas, nasa abroad na. Binenta o binili ng mga unfortunately.
May mga panulat po yung mga national artists natin dyan tulad nila F. Shonil Jose, no? Yung pagbebenta ng mga indigenous items nga po, no? And sadly, talagang commercialized na, ginagawang souvenir, no? Yung bulol, no? Very important po sa mga Cordillera po. So, any more questions, manifestations? Meron po bang hindi makakatulong? O hindi nakapagtanong kay Sir Ted?
Question, ano yung organization niya? It's all over.
Alright, so kung wala po, let us proceed. Yes po.
I was going to ask you guys.
Organization po. Sige po.
Yeah. Yung org nyo, is it sa Valenzuela lang? Or is it all over the Metro Manila, all over country, ganyan?
We have members from different parts of the Philippines. We have from Nueva Ecija din po, but mostly are from Metro Manila. But in terms of scope, national po talaga, sir, ang organization. So we're working still, no, in terms of mas palakasin pa yung organization since we just started officially being registered as a member under youth organization registration program po ng National Youth Commission itong August. But even before that, we are having discussions like this, so mostly online, para maka-attend din po yung from different parts of the Philippines. So marami po tayo dito participants din, and meron po nag-manifest kanina from Masbate po. Mga nare-reach po natin. Also, take ko na rin po yung time, no, to introduce din po yung other center of thought po namin. We also discuss politics and governance. We also discuss humanities, arts, culture. So we are not just we are part, of course, very strong aming trust sa environment, rights of nature, and climate justice. But we also discuss those things po, like the West Philippines issues, issues on OFWs, migration, mental health po. We will be having a webinar. It's also a
very important. Mental health. Very important. Yeah, that's also one of my advocacies. Yeah.
Ayun po, sir. Thank you for asking, and na-appreciate ko po yung interest na pag-alam po sa aming organization. So, may manifestation panel discussion, please. Alright. Sige, what do you want? Do you want to maraming manifestation si Lay kanina, no? So, ayan. Baka gusto mo pa magsalita, Lay? It's okay. And reading through the comments, I really appreciate the inputs po. Thank you po sa inyong participation. Now let us proceed po sa awarding certificate. Meron pa po tayong isang presentation para lang po sa kaalaman ng ating attendees. We also have a reaction presentation from our center leader for rights of nature and climate justice. Just want to share this certificate of recognition. The certificate is awarded to Mr. Teddy Bagilat Jr. for imparting valuable wisdom as a resource speaker in the webinar titled Katutubo Naman, Unraveling IP Issues and a Call to Action, given the 17th of October 2024. Signed, co-leader James Kevin Boama and co-leader Ilico Pinaventura. Many thanks po, Sir Teddy, for always trying to squeeze us in your very, very busy schedule. Alam po namin na very busy kayo at this point, no, given that you have declared your candidacy. So hopefully everything goes well for you so that everything goes well for us din po.
Sure, sure.
Thank you very much. If you wish to stay, sir, you may po. Now, ask ko lang po if you have any message po, final statements for our participants bago ko po ipasa kay Jana yung ating pong floor.
Sige. Well, thank you for your invitation and thank you for highlighting Indigenous people's rights for this month. Sana hindi lang in October, but marami sa mga issues, whether it's actually mental health or good governance, it's related to the environment, related to Indigenous people's rights. So, siguro ang final word ko na lang, kasi nabanggit nyo kanina that you're also into a lot of national issues, whether it's West Philippine Sea, whether it's about mental health, importante talaga yung good governance, and you guys are young voters. You're the hope of this country. That's the reason why, despite minsan parang nawawala kami ng inspiration, because ito yung nangyayari sa ang bansa, pero patuloy pa rin yung pakikibaka namin dahil sa inyo, but we need to have better leaders in the future, leaders who will look at mental health, who will look at Indigenous people's rights, human rights in general, and the environment dun sa kanilang ipinagalaban. And that really is dependent sa inyong kamay kasi kayo yung mga botante. So again, ulitin ko lang sana, let's think of the coming elections as an election for the future. So sana pumili kayo ng mga maninilbihan sa ating bansa na ipaglaban yung inyong mga pinag-uusapan ngayon. Because at the end of the day, kung ano man yung mga pinag-uusapan ninyo, kung hindi magagaling yung mga leaders natin, wala ring mangyayari. So yun lang, siguro let's try to get the better leaders elected in the coming elections and be active in politics. Thank you.
Thank you po, Sir Ted. Okay lang po ba mag-picture po tayo? Kasama po muna yung inyong certificate, then I'll invite also the other participants. Pero hindi po tayo tapos ha. Meron po tayong response presentation from Jana. Picture lang po tayo muna sa certificate po ninyo, sir. It's your certificate. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay po. Ang cute naman. Nakatingin pa sa camera. Ayun po. So at this point, let me invite the participants to also join us by opening their cameras. I'll try my best, but I cannot assure that everyone will be included. Dahil 100 po tayo ngayon sa Gmeet. And let me just set up. Medyo lagi lang po. And wait lang po, nag-reload pa po yung mga camera ninyo. Hindi pa sila nag-load on my end. Ayan. Wait lang po natin few seconds. Okay, maybe we can try po. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, smile. Alright. Thank you very much, everyone. You may now turn off your cameras. And thank you po, Sir Ted. Thank you po for the time.
Thank you. Sige, invite us again sa mga schools ninyo. Hope to see you guys in the future. Sige, bye-bye.
Yes, ko. Bye po. Kung gusto niyo po ng kumbaga no middleman, i-offer ko po ang yakal. Pwede niyo po kami kausapin. Kung gusto niyo po makausap ulit si Sir Teddy, ma-invite po sa inyong mga eskwelahan. So at this point, we will have a reaction presentation from Jana, our Center Leader for Rights of Nature and Climate Justice. So, yung mga natutuwa, so basically ganun yung ating pagpunta tayo alis since we also have our evaluation that would be necessary for your certificate. Jana, the floor is yours.
Hello po. Is my screen, nakikita? Is it visible po?
Yes.
Okay, ayan. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. I hope you're having a blast because I am. Kasi sobrang dami kong natutunan from Sir Teddy. Grabe, from the kinship of IPs with nature to their numerous tribes, their practices, characteristics, and even the challenges that they are facing. Pero ngayon, ano nga ba yung role natin or yung magagawa natin as a youth to help our IPs get through these challenges? First, let me introduce myself muna. I'm Jana Micaela Alberto, Yakal Center Leader for Rights of Nature and Climate Justice. And for today, I'll present to you what is your role on IP issues. Yan. So, we have witnessed what the youth is capable of, from setting global trends to making societal change. They pioneered various movements that made long-lasting impacts. This is reflected through the courageous youth Katipuneros back in the Spanish colonial period who fought for our national identity, and to the modern day youth activists like Greta Thunberg who fights for climate justice. As a youth, I want everyone to realize the immense influence and power we possess. We have the ability to transcend limits and become catalyst for change, not just for our own communities, but also for those who are marginalized. So to begin this presentation, I want everyone to eliminate their limiting beliefs that an individual cannot comment or have a say on societal issues merely because of their age. We have to set our mind that we too have the ability to see lapses, to address challenges, to solve problems, and to advocate for what is right. At sa laban ng mga katutubo, tayong mga kabataan ay may tinig din. So ano nga ba yung mga paraan upang makatulong tayong mga kabataan for them? So first is, here's what youth can do. First is to be educated or educate ourselves. Kaya nga nang sinabi ni Sir Teddy kanina that the first thing in helping indigenous people is by understanding them. It is highly essential to trace back the threads of their history, traditions, and cultural practices in order to be fully equipped in assisting them. Moreover, through exploring their unique heritage, we will be able to help them preserve their heritage and to empower them. Having enough knowledge about their way of life enlightens us about the practices and rights of indigenous people that should be protected and their role in specific environmental issues. Mula dito, we can relate more and understand the reason why they are fighting. We have to conduct extensive research about the issue before we could speak about it because being educated about IP issues is really relevant. By diving deeper into their stories, we can identify kung ano yung mga social injustices that they battle with, along with the environmental repercussions na tinatry nilang pigilan. So, how can we educate about IP issues? Fully aware naman tayo na sa panahon ngayon, halos lahat ng information is presented online. So, why not maximize it? We can start unveiling IP issues by exploring these topics either through credible online sources or printed materials. We can read articles from indigenous authors, watch documentaries, and follow organizations that tackles about our indigenous people. And that is exactly what we are conducting right now. We are attending webinar or conducting webinars about the issues. Here I've listed a few reliable websites that you can visit to learn more about indigenous people. You're free, of course, to look up more information online and use it for the benefit of our society as a whole. On information acquisition naman, first, kailangan muna nating maging aware on what the information we need. Second is to search for reliable sources to procure these informations. And subsequently, we can evaluate the quality of the information that we gathered. After that, we can now use that information to a more effective and ethical way. And lastly, we can create new knowledge or communicate the information that we gathered to spread awareness. Having enough knowledge about specific topic gives us the power to share it to our friends and family and inform other people as well, which brings me to number 2, which is to advocate and spread awareness. Once you have fully understood the issue, you can now advocate for our Indigenous people. This can be carried out through social media campaigns and petitions. Through this, we can expose the abuses entirely na kinakaharap na ating mga kababayan and bring other people to sign petitions na may abilidad to change the trajectory of IP's lives. It might seem like a small action, pero yung simple na pagre-share, retweet, or adding posts on your stories is already a huge help to disseminate information, especially if it's partnered with collective efforts. Recently, Yakal Pilipinas posted a commentary on the case of Molbog IP in Sitio Marihangin, where giant corporations are trying to seize their land and deploys anonymous men to threaten them if they do not give in. In this post, we attach a petition link accessible for everyone. Here, we exercise our freedom to contribute our intellectual abilities for spreading awareness and amplifying the voices of those who are hardly heard. However, aside from these commentaries, other forms of advocating can also be employed. Examples, ito yung commentary namin sa Yakal Pilipinas. And other examples here are arts regarding the issue, o kaya naman writing essays, creating films, uploading photographs, and even making songs. Really, everything you can offer can be a form of advocating. Advocates are gateways of information that should be heard by everyone. It is not an easy thing to do, but it is definitely fulfilling. Spreading awareness to re-echo the wishes of our IPs needs consistent and collective efforts for us to achieve our goals. Now, speaking of actions, another thing we can do is volunteer or volunteering. Nasa slide din ito kanina ni Sir Teddy. Yeah, here. Initially, sa pag-volunteer, kailangan muna natin identify the nearest organizations in our area for any volunteering opportunities. However, laging ang tatandaan that if there's none around your area and you have enough resources, why not start your own volunteering program with your friends and family? Participating in these kinds of activities fosters better connections as we are given the opportunity to converse with IPs, of course, with their consent. Moreover, it ignites a stronger sense of understanding of the current situation in their area. We will also witness how IPs live and assess what is needed to ameliorate their situation. Ayun, volunteering is a highly meaningful to utilize our time. Aside from that, we will acquire numerous new skills along the way and connect to people na may same goal as us. Maybe yung makasama natin ngayon sa webinar, you can collaborate with them. Yan. Experiencing on-the-ground actions will surely ignite our fire for more activities similar to this. Like, pag sinimulan mo na talaga siya, like, ang hirap ng mag-put an end to it kasi sobrang satisfying and fulfilling na makatulong sa ibang tao. Though as a student, naiintindihan ko naman that it might be difficult to find time for volunteering, especially because we are always fully packed with requirements, mga quizzes, and other school-related tasks. During these times, you should not feel guilty that we cannot attend volunteering activities. But we must look at the brighter side and see what else we can do. Always find alternatives, sabi nga nila. Maybe instead of going on site, you can share the PubMats online or share the information for your peers that might be available. Volunteering, though, is not only limited by face-to-face assistance, but it can also be through donations and fundraising activities. In this area, we can utilize our God-given talents and acquired skills. For example, an individual has a passion for singing or they're in a band, baka may banda kayo, ganyan. That passion can give birth to an enriching result. Baka pwede kayo mag-conduct ng concert for a cause wherein you can showcase your talent, but at the same time, the money you will accumulate will go to the IP organizations or the IPs themselves. Another one is art for a cause for those naman who has the talent for drawing, writing, or any other forms of art. As a youth, there are many ways of volunteering that we can immerse ourselves into. Opportunities for these activities are just around the corner if you really look for it. However, if there is really none in your area, always remember that you can always start your own volunteering activities. Here are some Facebook groups that you can check out for volunteering opportunities around the Philippines. Ito yung Volunteer Opportunities Philippines. Meron silang 111,000 members. This is a public group along with the Youth Opportunities Philippines kung saan nagpo-post sila ng mga call for volunteers around the different part of our nation. Baka may makita kayo dyan na around lang sa area nyo na available naman kayo during that time and you can give a hand. There really is nothing more powerful than collective effort and unified goals. In line with this, let us go to number 4, which is to have collaborative projects. There's this quote by Robert A. Heinlein that says, everything is theoretically impossible until it is done. I know sometimes na it seems like something is not attainable, like project collaboration with SK officials, NGOs, and academic institutions. However, it really wouldn't hurt to go out of our comfort zone and just go for it. Initiating collaborative projects further amplifies the voice of the issue and, of course, presents it to a larger number of people. Maybe you are a student leader who wants to immerse your team about this topic so you can disseminate it to your fellow students. Maybe you are a part of Sangguniang Kabataan and you have the means to educate your barangay about the topic. Or maybe like me, you can find NGOs that you can work with in order to achieve your shared goals, because together we can do more. Collaboration brought multiple social changes. It really is undeniable that people power is capable of reaching the people in power that are responsible for policy change. Hence, we should go out of our comfort zone and initiate activities with other organizations or people who are also willing to take part in changing the lives of others. Now, we are down to the last number. So, napakabilis lang niya, which is ito, to support indigenous rights. Maraming IP rights sa Pilipinas ang natatapakan. Their ancestral domains, yung kanilang, lalong-lalo na yung kanilang karapatang pantao. Halimbawa, narito yung kaso ng mga Manobo po lang ngayon sa Bukidnon, kung saan ay napatalsik sila sa kanilang sariling tahanan at para silang mga basurang pinagbabarel when they protested to reclaim their land. This is a heavy and serious issues that should be stopped. And what we can do to achieve that is through supporting indigenous rights and public policy. Aside from building awareness, another powerful move is to support indigenous rights. However, how can we do that, diba? Like, how can we apply those to our lives? We can do that. We can do so through petitions. Here is a website that you can utilize. This website specifically. Change.org is a website which allows users to create and sign petitions in an attempt to advance various social causes by raising awareness and influencing decision makers. So, pwede tayong gumawa ng sarili nating initiative or we can support other petitions upang makarating ito sa mga tao in position. So, here are some petition links that you may want to check out and support later after nitong webinar. Baka gusto nyo, maybe I'll post the link here then sa chat box later. Bale, this is petitions para supportahan yung mga indigenous people that experience yung pagtatapak ng kanilang rights. Through this, mabibigay natin or makakatulong tayo sa pagbibigay sa kanila ng justice. Itong nasa left side, yung the first one, it is a petition to help the Molbog IP in Sitio Marihangin to reclaim their land. While the second one is for the cancellation of Kaliwada. Ayan. So marami pang ganyan sa Change.org na baka gusto nyong supportahan para sa iba nating mga IPs. And you can really just explore online on how to contribute something. Now, there are more petitions out there that you can sign to support our IPs and become more immersed in IP issues. So, ayun lang, never stop exploring, lalo na sa ating mga youth. And even though sa mga hindi youth, wala namang limitasyon sa pagtulong sa mga taong marginalized. With that, I want to conclude by saying that you can and you should para sa mga kabataan dyan at really in general, para ito sa mga katutubo at para sa bayan. So, yun lang. Mabuhay ang ating mga indigenous people, mabuhay ang kabataan. Yeah, that ends my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jana, for that very comprehensive presentation. Palakpakan naman natin our center leader, Yakal Center Leader for Rights of Nature, and Climate Justice, Jana Alberto. Do you have any manifestations? Calling on everyone. We still have very, very few minutes left before we end our webinar. And so we are receiving lots of positive feedback, and I just want to commend everyone for staying, even though certain is already left the GMeet, and it shows how much we are all dedicated in resolving this issue and wanting to take part. So sabi nga ni Jana, no, we should. We can and we should. Ang dami pala rin, kahit kaya pala natin. And if you wish to cooperate or coordinate with may kalaban tayo, ayaw yata akong ipag-generalize ng talk natin. So it has been a lot of learning for us tonight. So if if able, si Sir James, for few message before we end our Zoom call, our GMeet call rather. Sir James, kumusta ka naman, and what would be your message for our participants?
All right, I just got home, no? Kakauwi ko na. All right, unang-una sa lahat, tatlong mga tao na gusto kong pasalamatan dito sa napakabigat na webinar natin. Unang-una sa lahat, magpapasalamat ako kay Sir Teddy. Kahit wala na si Sir Teddy Bagilat, hopefully nanonood siya ng live natin. Salamat po sa pagiging tulay at pagbibigay ng lengguwahe sa mga indigenous people natin at sa pangangailangan ng bansa natin, di ba? Marami sa kanila ang hindi nakakapagsalita dahil na rin sa pananakot, sa pagtutok, at iba naman ay hindi nakakapagsalita dahil na rin sa kakulangan sa kaalaman. Maraming salamat po sa pagiging tulay sa pagitan ng pamahalaan at ng boses ng mga indigenous people. Pangalawa, gusto kong i-congratulate si Miss Jana. Napakabata, I think it's a grade 10 or grade 11 student, pero ang tindi, sobrang articulate. Alright, and thank you so much sa very simplified, comprehensive, compact na presentation dyan. And of course, lastly, gusto kong magpasalamat sa lahat ng dumalo. Like, we have 100 participants inside. Hindi nyo lang, what you call this, salamat sa pagpapakita ng pagmamahal nyo sa bayan natin o sa lipunan natin sa pamamagitan ng pagpasok dito sa ating webinar. No? Ulitin ko lang sinabi ni Sir Teddy, itong mga gantong klaseng discussion ay hindi magkakaroon ng bunga kung hindi tayo makakapag-elect ng leader. Medyo frustrating at mabigat yung nangyayari sa atin ngayon sapagkat kapag tumingin sa ating mga balita, marami sa atin ngayon ang gustong pumasok ng politika kahit na kapos or hindi sapat ang kaalaman sa pagpapatakbo ng ating bansa. Okay? Sana isa tayo sa mga botante na kung saan is mapapakita natin yung ating pagmamahal sa bayan natin sa pagboto sa sa mga kandidato. Lagi ko sinasabi sa mga estudyante ko, sa buong kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, meron at merong tumatakbo na matino. Kinakailangan lang talaga natin masiyasat. Pagbati din sa leader ng Yakal, Sir Ilek, sa napakagandang discussion ngayong gabi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir James, for that closing remark. So, bago po tayo umalis lahat, let me just share with you, express also our appreciation to our guest organizations by citing sila sa ating Certificate of Recognition. We want to thank Angat Kabataan Valenzuela for imparting valuable wisdom as a member of the panel of reactors in the webinar titled Katutubo Naman, Unraveling IP Issues and a Call to Action, given the 17th of October 2024 via Google Meet, signed James Kevin Buama and Elico Buenaventura, co-leaders for Yakal. So, salamat po sa inyo. Also with Yung Society, The Green Ink, and Sockside.org. Thank you po sa inyong participation. Hopefully po sa other orgs, may invite din po sana namin kayo as reactors and even as speakers. Now, pinakahintay po ng lahat, yes, magbibigay po tayo ng certificate, but we will be giving certificates for those who are able, of course, to finish the program and answer the evaluation link. So you may scan through this QR code or this link if much comfortable po kayo sa link. And you can use the shortened link tinyurl.com/katutubo naman or just simply scan the QR code. I suggest kung medyo inaccessible po sa inyo yung scanning mechanism po ninyo, pwede nyo pong screenshot. Yan. Pwede lang po mag-upload ng QR code sa mga phones natin. Or scan nyo po for later. So para po sa mga participants namin sa Facebook Live, pwede rin po kayong makakuha ng certificate through this link. Yan. So, syempre kung matatapusin din po nila yung live, doon lang din po sila makakuha ng evaluation. Okay? Yung certificates po namin, we will do our best to give them to you as soon as we can. But please give us at least a week, 7 working days before we can process them, since most of our members are volunteers din po. So, with that said, we want to thank you for this, I can say it, very successful webinar on indigenous people's rights. Huwag po sanang matapos ang ating mga natutuhan ngayong gabi sa pagwawakas ng ating webinar pagpos tayo po ay kumilos patungo sa pag-advocate. Ask ko lang po kung may group chat po yung members ng Yakal organization. We have a group chat for members, but if you wish to be part of our partners, we are still trying to create that circle. We will take note of you. You may shoot us an email dun po sa aming Yakal email or kahit na po dun sa aking personal email, pwede rin po. Ayan. Thank you po sa pag-express ng interest. Commercial ko na rin po, plugging our next webinar next week, same no. It will be on Wednesday, October 23. We will be talking about the role of the youth in the 2025 elections, primarily about electing for good governance. So if you're interested to that topic, please wait. Date po natin. Standby po tayo for our PubMat, for our posting for that. So like our page if you are interested in webinars like this po. So with that said, I guess we can call it a day for everyone. Many thanks po on behalf of Yakal Pilipinas. Thank you for your attendance and participation. We'll see you on our next event. This is Alec Hope Buenaventura, co-leader for Yakal Pilipinas. And meeting adjourned, everyone. Have a great night ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.